To a man and wife, 3 sons were born on the same day, a bright Sunday morn. 3 boys with the exact same chance in life. Their daddy was a wealthy man, didn't know no hunger or strife. Their names were Carol, Gerald, and Harold D. The years passed quickly for the 3, it seemed. Carol studied law with a bachelor's degree. He'd read law books way in the night. To be the greatest lawyer was his goal in life. Gerald, well, he studied numbers. He was like a machine, adding, subtracting, multiplying. Accounting was his dream. But the books were untouched by the last of the 3. Just God's holy Bible would interest Harold D. Why, he would read it and recite it in the study for days, without eating or sleeping, learning of God's ways. The rest of the family would go to town, but Harold D., well, he'd stay home, and through the woods and the fields he'd just walk around. While they couldn't even get him to a barber shop. Several months passed and his folks told him, Harold, this foolishness must stop. His mom and his dad said his hair was a disgrace, not to mention the beard that grew on his face. At last they decided that Harold D. must leave home. Unlike Carol and Gerald, well, he had no business of his own. And his reputation, they said, was hurting the family name. The weird boy with the beads and the sandals and the bangs. Well, 6 years passed, and no one knew where he went. Then the county was told there's a revival coming in the world's largest tent. Why, it seemed like the whole county was there opening night, not one empty seat. When the preacher walked to the pulpit, the crowd rose to their feet. Everyone stared in shock and disbelief. Whispers went through the crowd, well, I believe that's Harold D. The missionary held the Bible close in his hand and spoke with a voice soft and kind. He recited Genesis and Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John, and Revelations line at a time. It lasted for hours, but not one left their seat. God's power had been given and delivered by Brother Harold D. In the 4th row from the front, his mother and dad, his 2 brothers and their wives, he looked at them and said, God bless you for coming tonight. Would you bow your heads? We're gonna pray. And Harold D. prayed, and you could hear a pin drop as the power of God fell on that old gospel tent. There wasn't a dry eye in the place. God, thank you for the great books that give knowledge to man of science, fiction, figures, and laws of the land. But most of all, God, thank you for the book of life eternally, your holy Bible that you taught every word to Harold D. Amen.